You think you've reached your limit, don't you? You think you've done enough, that you've given your all. But deep down, something inside you whispers, you can go further. That voice, that small flicker of fire, that's the part of you that refuses to die. The part that knows you're capable of more than what this world expects of you. That's the Saiyan spirit within every human being, the hunger to rise, to evolve, to fight through every wall life throws in your face. The world tells you to slow down, to settle, to be realistic. But people like you weren't born for realistic. You were born to break limits. Because Goku's mindset isn't about strength, it's about evolution. It's about refusing to stay the same person you were yesterday. It's waking up every day asking, how can I become stronger? Not for validation, not for approval, but because you owe it to yourself to see how far you can go. That's the essence of life growth. You don't need to be a Saiyan to understand that. Every time life beats you down, every time you fail, every time you feel exhausted, that's your training ground. That's your gravity chamber. Those moments when you want to quit, that's when you're transforming. See, people misunderstand strength. They think strength comes from winning. But real strength, true strength, comes from losing again and again and still choosing to rise. It's when your back hits the floor and your body screams, I can't! But your soul whispers, just one more time. That's where Goku lives, in the one more time. You can't teach that kind of fire. You can only live it. You can only feel it in your bones when you're fighting for something that truly matters. The truth is, most people stop when they're tired. Goku keeps going when he's broken. That's the difference. That's what separates those who dream from those who become. The path of self-improvement is lonely, painful, and endless. But it's in that endlessness where meaning is born. The more you struggle, the more alive you become. Pain is not your enemy, it's your teacher. Every scar, every failure, every sleepless night builds the version of you that no one can destroy. You've got to train your mind to love the grind, to crave the hard days, the uncomfortable silence, the lonely roads. Because those are the days that forge warriors. While others scroll, complain, and chase comfort, you'll be the one sharpening your blade in silence. That's the Goku mindset, not to win once, but to never stop improving. Even when you're on top, you stay hungry. Even when you win, you ask, what's next? Because complacency is death. Think about it. Every time Goku faced an opponent stronger than him, he didn't complain, he didn't whine, he smiled. Because he saw the challenge as a gift. That's how you need to see life. Every obstacle, every failure, every heartbreak, it's not there to destroy you, it's there to evolve you. Life doesn't give you battles you can't handle. It gives you the exact struggle you need to reach your next transformation. But the question is, are you willing to fight for it? Are you willing to go through hell to meet the version of you that's waiting on the other side? Because make no mistake, growth demands everything. It demands your ego, your comfort, your excuses. You can't rise while clinging to who you used to be. The old you must die for the new you to be born. That's what transformation truly is. Not changing your habits, but changing your identity. The moment you say, I don't quit, you become someone else. You become the kind of person who doesn't need motivation because you've turned discipline into instinct. And let's be honest, there will be days when you'll feel empty, lost, unmotivated. Days when you'll question if any of this grind is worth it. That's when you remember this is your battle. This is your arena. No one's coming to save you. You have to pick yourself up, again and again, until your effort itself becomes your strength. Because when you stop running from pain, when you embrace it, it becomes your weapon. Pain either breaks you or builds you, and that's a choice you make. Let them doubt you. Let them laugh. Let them think you're crazy for wanting more. Because while they sleep, you train. While they talk, you work. While they dream, you build. You become the person they could never imagine becoming. Not because you're special, but because you never stopped. That's the secret. It's not talent. It's not luck. It's obsession. The kind of obsession that consumes you, where you wake up thinking about your goals and fall asleep planning your next move. You can't fake that fire. You can't teach hunger. You either have it or you don't. So ask yourself, how bad do you want it? Are you willing to suffer for it? Are you willing to spend years being misunderstood, alone, and unseen just to build something no one else could? Because that's what greatness demands. The price of mastery is paid in isolation, in discipline, in silence. Everyone wants power, but no one wants the pain that builds it. You can't separate the two. The weight that crushes you today is the same pressure that forges diamonds tomorrow. And the truth is, limits are an illusion. They exist only in your mind. The moment you say, "I can't," your mind shuts down. But the moment you whisper, "Maybe I can," the door cracks open. The limit doesn't exist, not for the one who refuses to see it. That's the difference between the average and the unstoppable. One sees walls, the other sees doors. One quits when it's hard, the other grows harder. Understand this, you are not defined by your circumstances. You are defined by how you respond to them. You can either surrender or stand tall. You can either break or build. The choice is yours. But remember, if you quit now, you'll spend the rest of your life wondering what could have been. Don't let fear steal your destiny. Don't let doubt silence your fire. You were born to fight, to rise, to grow beyond everything that once limited you. When you feel like you're done, you're only 40% done. That's the truth of the human spirit. There's always more left in the tank. You just have to dig deeper than you ever thought possible. Because once you go beyond the pain, beyond the fatigue, beyond the fear, that's where greatness lives. That's where your limit breaks. And when that happens, when you feel yourself surpass what you thought you were, that's when you finally understand. It was never about strength. It was about spirit. So, if you're listening to this, this is your reminder. You are capable of more. You are stronger than you think. You are not finished yet. You are still evolving. Don't let comfort seduce you into mediocrity. Don't let fear keep you from your next level. This life, your life, is your battlefield. Every day you wake up, you train. Every failure, every struggle, every lonely night, that's your gravity chamber. That's where you're being shaped into something unstoppable. Because one day, all the pain will make sense. One day, you'll look back and realize the limits you thought existed were never real. You were always limitless. You just had to believe it. The power was never in the world around you. It was always in you. So stand up. Breathe. Lock in. This is your time. No limits. No excuses. No fear. You've got one life. Push it to its edge. Break your barriers. Become your own legend. Because, like Goku, the greatest fight you'll ever face is the one against yourself. And when you win that fight, nothing and no one can ever stop you again. And when the world grows quiet and the noise fades away, that's when you truly hear it, the sound of your own heartbeat, pounding like a war drum, reminding you that you're still here, still fighting, still capable of more. The journey to greatness is not loud or glamorous. It's built in silence, in those unseen hours when no one's watching, when doubt whispers in your ear, and you still choose to show up. That's what separates those who talk from those who become. You can't cheat the process. You can't skip the grind. Every step you take in the dark is what prepares you to shine in the light. People will only see the result, but they'll never understand the storms you endured to reach it, and that's exactly how it should be. Because true growth doesn't need validation. It doesn't crave attention. It's quiet, patient, and ruthless. It's about waking up every morning and saying, "I will not waste today." It's about doing the work even when your body aches, even when your heart is tired, even when your mind is screaming for rest, because deep down, you know that every rep, every failure, every second of discipline is building something powerful inside you. You're not chasing perfection. You're chasing evolution. Every version of you should fear the next one because you're not standing still. You're moving forward, even when it hurts. The truth is, most people are waiting for motivation, waiting for the perfect moment, waiting for life to make it easy. But the great ones, they create their own momentum. They build discipline when motivation disappears. They don't wait for the fire, they become the fire. You have to be willing to walk alone, to stand against your own weakness, to face your fears head on. Because that's the only path to mastery, the one that forces you to break, rebuild, and rise again. Every time you fall, life is asking one question: will you get up? And every time you do, you prove that limits were never real, they were just tests. So listen closely, your time is coming. The storm will pass, the pain will fade, and the world will witness who you've become. But until that day, stay locked in, stay hungry, stay ruthless. Let the fire inside you burn brighter than any doubt, any fear, any obstacle. No limits, no fear, just evolution.